Back again with another banger. This camera is wild and out right now. Sorry, I'm sorry. What's Gucci with the veterans? Military. Back again with another banger. Your boy's back. Hopefully the camera's nice. It don't fall. Hey, you got any questions pertaining to the VA disability claims process? Denied VA claims, first time. If you're a veteran, military, active duty, Army, Navy, Marine Corps, let your boy know. You got any questions? It's 2025. The new VA disability compensation rates are out. We got new veterans. We got a lot of veterans on the channel. Come on. Hey, let's get it. You got any questions pertaining to the VA claims process? Disability claims process, anything at all. Denied VA claims, your first time. VA disability increase. Let your boy know. Hey, welcome in. Thank you for joining. You got any questions pertaining to the VA disability claims process? Appreciate the like. Like, share, subscribe. You got any questions pertaining to denied VA claims, first time claimant, active duty, troops, Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, Space Force, National Guard. Hey, you got any questions? Let your boy know. 2025 is here. We got veterans putting in for claims. We got a lot of things going on. Hey, welcome in. Thank you for joining. You got any questions pertaining to the VA claims process? Denied VA claims, your first time claiming. You're trying to increase your current VA disability. You're trying to reach that 100% permanent total. You're trying to go from 10 to 20. Let your boy know. Ask questions. No question is a dumb question. It's 2025. We all Gucci. We here. Definitely. Whenever you get into the VA claims process, and I'm just going to be talking until I do get a question. If y'all have a question, by all means, hey, drop it in the chat. I'll stop what I'm saying and I'll address your question. As always, gotta give y'all some time. And it's post lunchtime. It's still lunchtime for some veterans. You know, a lot of things are going on in the world. We got, the Trump thing, we got the fires over here in Los Angeles, Hollywood Hills, RP to them. Hopefully the fire crews, the police are doing their jobs and stuff. People stand out the way when I can, what I'm talking about. But hey, VA disability, come on. Just bare minimum. You definitely need to have a diagnosis for each individual disability you plan on filing a claim for. Some veterans, not all, but some veterans can get away without having little to no medical evidence going into a C&P exam. It does happen. Like, we do have buddies and stuff we talk to and say, hey, what did you submit to the VA for migraines? Oh, I did, a doctor's note and that's it. And I got 50%. On the other hand, veterans like myself, I had to get the Migraine Buddy app. I needed 6 months worth of data. I had my neurologist notes. I had medication. I had diagnosis. I had all this stuff, complaints, time off from work, all this stuff. Everything takes in consideration whenever you submit that claim. But depending on where you submit that claim, what veteran service representative or that VA rater, what's Gucci with it, Nick? Just got 100% permanent total with SMCS homebound. What is it? It just means pretty much it's a separate lump sum that they're going to be giving you on top of that. It ranges. It's not a specific amount. I've seen some veterans get as high as $26,000, and I've seen something as low as like $13,000. But it's depending on one of your disabilities. I think it's mainly towards a mobility issue, if that makes sense. But if you got it, it's coming. It's coming. What's Gucci with his son? Happy New Year's. Happy New Year. Yes. Happy New Year's. Stay Gucci with it. Hey, y'all got any questions? Appreciate the likes and the love on the video. I was trying to like get the video nice and centered prior to it coming on. What's Gucci with it, Nick? Yes, bro. Your boy over here looking swole right now. I'm sorry. Getting a little carried away, But yeah, you got to manage your claim. Make sure that you have all the minimum. You got to have a diagnosis. Depending on the disability, you may need some doctor's notes. You may need some complaints. You may need a diary or a logbook, especially for something that flares up frequency and intensity. If that's what the VA is looking for, you need to be making sure that you're capturing it. PTSD, mental health. Now, PTSD for veterans is a highly sought out after claim. A lot of veterans submit this claim, whatever hell. But Okay, we got Ainsworth. What's Gucci with it? What's a good migraine app? I still say the Migraine Buddy app if you actually utilize it, because you can plug your information in, even if you can't do it because you're like actively having a migraine. You can at least start it on your phone. We all have our phones 24/7, so it shouldn't be an issue why you can't on a pain severity level 1 to 10, throbbing, pulsating, and you can edit it too. You can put the pulsating in there because the VA wants to see that pulsating terminology on our medical documentation. So if you're seeing, and just another thing, just to add on top of veterans trying to submit for migraine claims, if you're going to a private doctor, they're not really going to be utilizing the word prostrating. So you need to verbally let them know, hey, can you put prostrating? If you know if you're having prostrating level 8 plus pain level migraines, okay, prostrating is throbbing. You want to make sure that that civilian doctor, that that normal people doctor, understands that they need to put that terminology in there. If you're going through the VA, more than likely they're going to be using that terminology. If you're going in frequently, you're calling, you're using the VA's secure messaging system online, sending your doctor, the team, all the messages. It shouldn't be an issue why you're not building that medical evidence if you're only going the VA medical facility route. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question about the Migraine Buddy app or the Migraine app. I know there are some other ones, but at least with the Migraine Buddy app, there's a lot of information that you can plug into it, and you can download it. It looks professional. It's nice. I've utilized it twice. Well, once for me because I went from 0 to 50% when I did my first VA disability claim. Well, my second one when I went in for my migraine increase. The first time I submitted, I really didn't know. Obviously, we don't know what we're doing when we get out. They don't educate us on the VA claims process. So I wanted it bad. So what did I do? I had my personal statement. I had buddy statements from the spouse, from the coworkers. And if you're trying to get 30 to 50% for migraines, you're going to need to show how are they impacting you at work and how is it impacting your personal life. So how do you capture that? With a personal statement, buddy statement provided by significant other, your kids, friends, family, whatever the case. When it comes to occupational or your work, you're going to need to ask a coworker, preferably a supervisor, because the supervisor is overseeing you. So they understand, okay, if you're having migraines on a daily basis, 2-3 times a week, hey, Debo, he's having migraines, he's calling out, he's leaving work early, he's locking himself in the bathroom, in the closet, hey, I don't know why he's locking himself in the bathroom, but I'm just saying. You got to have it. You need all these avenues of approach. So that's with the personal statements. You're going to need a diagnosis. That's what I grabbed. And I went specifically to a neurologist. They deal specifically with migraines and, neurology and nerves and shit. So definitely want to make sure you're doing that. Oh, no problem. No problem, Ainsworth. No problem. You're very welcome. JC, sometimes the pressure is too much. 100%, 100%. And it's just like, and I get migraines. And it's just like, it just starts right there. And then it just like picks a side it wants to stay on. It just drops. But when you're building that medical evidence, you got to make sure you have that. I use the Migraine Buddy app. I had the personal statements, neurologist notes, medication. Some veterans or people, if you're trying to seek treatment for migraines, they may offer you Botox injections. You could try that out. I'm not sure how that works, but depending on your family fucking history or just your personal preference, you can do that if you want. If not, I mean, I was like, nah, I want my little, whatever the case. So, hey, I don't know how it works, but there's options. If you're doing the Botox or the medication, you got to make sure that you're doing it frequently, whatever the case may be, to get that 30 or 50% if that's what you're trying to get. Matthew Core, look like 16. Okay, took like 16 times filing claims and appeals, but got 100%, brother. Oh, there you go, Matt. There you go, Matthew. I appreciate what you do. Simplify. Yeah. Simplify, brother. Leather necks, We stay Gucci with it. 2025. Enjoy those benefits, everything that comes with the compensation. You know, if you got any dependents, make sure you take advantage of the Chapter 35 Dependent Education Program, send them to college, as well as, you know, there's the VRNE for you. You don't have to be at 100%, but, you know, it may make it a little bit easier if you are at 100% trying to apply for it. You know what I'm talking about? You got some people in the back walking the wow, messing up the video. But let's look at some comments. Let's look at some comments. JC Chant VA. There you go. Chant VA. There's a lot of benefits. And if you have any student loans in your name or under your name, if you have any dependents that has student loans under your name, everything will be wiped with that 100% permanent total designation. Now, sometimes that does process automatic. Mine's didn't, so I had to verbally or physically write the student education board, whatever the hell, student loans, submitted that information, and they processed it. So if it doesn't take automatically and you still plan on going to college, or you have dependents who are going to college that are going to be utilizing loans, and you can provide, you can provide your information, or you could be the main on that loan once they're done with school, or once they're utilizing the loans and you're done with school, or and they're all done, whatever the hell, you can then file for all student loans in your name to be wiped, if that makes sense. But listen, JC, they took less than a month to wipe them out. Yep. After I put in the app. Yep. 100%. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just got PNT. Hey, another one. Definitely. Congrats, JC. Enjoy those benefits, the compensation, the benefits, everything that comes with it. Disabled veteran plates. Hey, it's a lot of benefits at 100% permanent total. Not every veteran is going to get that. We got to understand that. However, depending on where you're at, you can't get an increase. Let's get an increase, baby. You know what I'm talking about? What is that? Dinosaur? Yeah. Come on. You gotta stay Gucci with it. And as y'all coming in, you got any questions? What's Gucci with it? We got Keith, Sweat. No, I'm just kidding, dog. What's Gucci with it, dog? Happy New Year's, dog. Happy New Year's, dog. I got some video. I mean, I just been busy. Holidays, a lot of stuff, dog. You know, come on, man. I was trying to hit. Come on, dog. But yeah, let's hit it. Let's check it out. Keith, the Sweat. Wow, I caught up when the information came live. What's up? Happy New Year's, brother. Yes, sir. What's Gucci with it, brother? Happy New Year's to you and your family. Hopefully, you're enjoying those benefits as well. We in 2025, as well as if any veteran qualifies for the clothing allowance, the 2025 VA clothing allowance. Definitely apply for that. You don't have to wait until August. August is the cutoff. You can apply anytime before then. I was talking with a buddy of mine about that. I was like, hey, if you qualify, if you got any prosthetics, it's usually for prosthetics, any medication that you're taking that could stain your skin or your clothes. If you got violent IBS, definitely. If you're blowing it up, you blowing up the trousers. Hey, AVA, I gotta be buying trousers every 2 weeks. I'm gonna need my money. Run me my money. You know what I'm talking about? My IBS game. But definitely, y'all got any questions? Any questions at all? Any other questions pertaining to the VA claims process? Denied VA claims, active duty military, transitioning out, Space Force, Army, Navy, Marine Corps. Who am I missing? Coast Guard. Am I missing someone? National Guard. I might be missing someone. Let me know if I'm missing something. Hey, if I ain't got no questions, I might let y'all go, but we'll see. What else? Oh, I do got a video coming out. I'm working on pretty much some of the foundations of, if you're just a basic, not even a basic, if you're just a fresh veteran out of the military, or it's been a couple of years since you have touched anything VA disability, anything in the claims process, I'm creating this video that should explain, hey, if you had no idea, you don't know where to start, this video should give you a basis. It's not going to give you all the keys, but it's going to make you at least resourceful enough to understand how the VA works, where to grab this information moving forward, and how to level up your VA disability game. Things are changing. There's still some proposed VA changes to disabilities that are coming out. Well, they're not coming out, but they're just in limbo. No one's going, no one knows what's going on with them. However, Happy New Year's, Jimmy. What's Gucci with it, dog? What's Gucci? Okay, JC just did VRNE app, and they are about 4 months out. Okay. If anyone is interested, I'm not yet. I am looking at VRNE. I want to get back into it. Phoenix area. Okay, that's in Phoenix area. Yes, sir. I'm thinking about it, but I'm just not sure if I want to do school again. I'm kind of like tapped out of school, especially with this PMP prep. I'm done with it. I might be done. I'm education out. Come on, hey. The more knowledge is power. You know what I'm talking about? Knowledge is power. Any other questions pertaining to the VA claims process? Your claims process? You got any questions at all? You trying to get a VA rating increase for anything? PTSD, mental health, IBS, GERD from throat goblins. JC, it's not just school. Yep, they can do certs and stuff too. Okay. Like boot camps and stuff like that, or like certification programs, or like an actual certificate, like like colleges with like a cert, a graduate certificate, and like palm tree designs and stuff like that, or something different. JC, okay, all right, sounds good. JC, thank you for that clarification. All of it, appreciate you, dog. Who that? Freco. How long does it take on average after submitting evidence to VA for disability increase? So it's on average right now 6 to 9 months, depending on the medical evidence that you've supplied. And there is no timeline. Like, it just depends on where your claim ends up. It can end up on a VA rater's desk that has no claims, and they could just process you out, and stuff like that. It could be quick, or it could take a year. It could take 6 months. It could take 7 months. I got a buddy of mine. It took him a year and a half, first claim to submit. I mean, he submitted his claim. It took a year and a half for his claim to be finalized and adjudicated. And I had another buddy. It took maybe 4 months. So it just depends on where you're submitting at in the States. There is no timeline. But on average, it's anywhere between 6 to 9 months. That's the average. I would say 7 months would be the average, if that makes sense. Any other questions? As y'all coming in, got any questions pertaining to your VA claims process? Any denied claims? VA claim increase? Let your boy know. But getting back to PTSD. A lot of veterans seek PTSD, but not a lot of veterans understand what is needed. You could be seeking treatment for 10, 20, 40 years post-military for any disability. But if you don't have a diagnosis, the VA is going to deny you every time. Yeah, there are some serious cases. Obviously, if you're an inpatient individual or outpatient services and stuff like that, it may be like, okay, yes, obviously hold on, let me take a sip of the water. I made some water. I've been talking too long. Pardon me. I had to take a sip. We all human, right? We take a sip. Hydrate. Y'all hydrate too. But a lot of veterans submit claims for PTSD, not understanding that they need a diagnosis and a stressor identified. So whenever you submit for PTSD, you can submit your medical evidence, all your medication, all that documentation and stuff. But the VA is still going to require a specific form that pretty much is asking you, where's your diagnosis? Okay, where's your stressor? Where is that identified? Where's X, Y, and Z? Where do you believe, or where does your medical evidence show is the onset? You got to make sure that all the questions are asked, is being answered, and stuff like that. So PTSD claims are a lot more difficult than depression, anxiety, eating disorders. What is that? Anything, PTSD is the hardest, and MST. Those two are the hardest mental health claims to obtain, just due to the medical evidence and the complexities of it. So definitely, if you're planning on filing a claim for either of those two, you definitely need to be detailed. You got to be organized. And I always recommend veterans to seek help with a veteran service officer that has access to VBMS, the Veteran Benefits Management System. If you're working with a VSO that doesn't have at least access to this system, I mean, it's pretty much, you can submit your own claim, and it's going to be the same outcome. Like, you're not getting any additional benefit if you're working with a VSO who doesn't have access to any systems, they're not checking on your claim. They can't, they can't help you out. Especially if you have a bad CMP exam, you go on a CMP exam, it's like 2 to 5 minutes, and then you leave feeling all salty, and you're like, hey, what can I do? You can always call, but it's always easy or more helpful to have a VSO because they can ping that VA rater directly or that claim specialist, whoever is handling that claim, to see if they can reorder a CMP exam, get you back in. Or if something was not addressed, which my VSO caught multiple times, especially for my migraines, prior to that claim being finalized. So they always give like a draft percentage in the system in VBMS of what that VA rater is pretty much planning on giving for a specific disability. And if it's like 30%, which was mine, it was 30%. But all of my medical evidence, even the CMP notes, showed it supported 50% for migraines. However, the CMP examiner forgot to check a box for the prostrating migraines, but he typed it all in the notes comment. So in the notes section of that DBQ, but they didn't do it. So hold on, let me answer. Jalin. I'm gonna say Jawin. I'm a Gulf War veteran. I got diagnosis for IBS. Do I need a nexus letter with my claim? No, you don't need a nexus letter. It does help. It can always help. But a nexus letter, you don't necessarily need it. I'll say, but if it's a family doctor or a doctor that you've been going to for months or a couple of years now, they know you better than any CMP examiner is going to know you. That nexus letter serves as an independent medical opinion, which is pretty much what the VA is seeking when they send you to a CMP exam. So if you have a nice tight letter from this doctor that's providing, hey, this is your nexus letter. They got a DBQ, maybe a year's worth or more, or a couple months worth of medical treatment. They understand you, they know you. It's going to look a lot better coming from that doctor than a CMP examiner. So I would recommend, attach that nexus letter to that claim, especially if it's strong and it's good. Oh, Keith Sweat, yes sir. Keith. Please show support and hit the like button. Appreciate your strive. Hit the like button. Show your boy some love. It's 2025. We trying to get the increases. Trying to get paid this year. Trying to get paid this year. Trying to get them benefits. Got a dab on them. Any questions? Comments? See, I need to drink my water. I need my water. Any comments? We're starting to sound like Mike Tyson. Concerns. How are we doing? I know, so we're on our second week of 2025. We got California on fire. We got the East Coast freezing. What's going on? What's Gucci with it? How we doing? We got the wow coming back. But hey, I'm gonna finish up that video. I'm gonna cut y'all loose. I'm gonna let y'all go. If you got any questions pertaining to the VA claims process, you can always comment on this video, any video that I have pertaining to each specific disability, whatever the case may be, whatever that topic is. Let your boy know. But until next time, y'all know what fucking time it is. This motherfucking Debo out. Y'all stay Gucci with it. You know what I'm talking about? You probably think I'm crazy.